Hello everyone, I'm Thayang and we are reading Elementary Chinese Reader 2, Lesson 34. In this lesson, we have a look at a very common sentence structure in Chinese, that is 说的 construction or 说的 sentence pattern. Because such kind of sentences does not have an equivalent in English, we'll have a look at the sentences in the box first. But before doing that, let us have a recall of some grammar points we have done earlier to correlate or better understand the 说的 construction. In lesson 23, we have done the usage of particle le to make a sentence past tense. And also we have done the usage of first type of the to show possession in Elementary Chinese Reader 1. Let us now read these two sentences. 张丽是从上海来的. Zhang Li, that is a name. Song from Shanghai, lai to come. And 说的, that is the sentence pattern. Notice this sentence is a past tense sentence. However, we have not used le to make this sentence past. Instead, we have used the 说的 construction. Similarly, if we look at the second sentence in the box, 他是去年毕业的. He graduated last year. This again is a past tense sentence. However, we again have not used le to make this sentence past. Instead, we have used the 说的 construction. The difference between a sentence, a simple sentence where we used le and where we used a 说的 construction is a 说的 construction is used where some details are asked or some details are given. So in earlier sentence, Zhang Li came from Shanghai. This is giving out of certain details that Zhang Li had come from Shanghai, and it is used to emphasize that he is coming from Shanghai. This is not a simple sentence that is used to make past tense. This is giving details and the detail is being emphasized. Similarly, he graduated last year. This again is not a simple sentence. This sentence is giving out some details and the details are being emphasized. Whenever the details are emphasized, we use a 说的 construction. Although 说的 construction can be used for either tense, it can be used for past, present or future. However, most commonly it is used for past tense sentences when some details are given out or some details are received. Let us now move on to the substitution drill to have more examples of the 说的 construction. Let us read the first sentence. 你是什么时候来的? What time did you came? This is a past tense sentence. However, we have used the 说的 construction because the details are being inquired and this is not a simple past tense sentence. What time do you came? 我是今年9月来的. I came on 9th month of this year, or I came in October. I came 9th month of this year. 9th month is September. So I came on September this year. Again, we have used the 说的 construction to emphasize the facts or emphasize the details that have been given out. Moving on to the words in the box to make replacements and make new sentences using the 说的 construction. Let us have a look at the words in the box. 去年10月. Last year, 10th month. 10th month is October. So I came last year 10th month or October of last year. 上月, previous month. 15后, 15th. 后 is day or number. I came 15th of last month. Moving on to the third sentence from the box. 昨天下午. Yesterday evening. 前天晚上. Day before yesterday in the evening. Moving on to the second substitution drill, let us read out the following sentences. 张丽是哪儿来的? 哪儿 is where. Where did Zhang Li come from? 张丽是从上海来的. Zhang Li came from Shanghai. Because details are being given, details are shared and details are emphasized, therefore we have used the 说的 construction. Moving on to the words in the box to make suitable replacements. 南方, south side or south direction. 东北, northeast. 广场, factory. Nong Sun, village. So where does Chang Li come from? He came from south direction or southwards. He came from northeast. He came from factory or he came from village. Replacing these words in the sentence, we make new sentences with Shraddha construction. Moving on to the third substitution drill, let us read out the following sentences. Anna 是不是坐飞机来的? Did Anna came by airplane? Notice in case we have to negate a sentence with a Shraddha pattern, we have to say 不是 and 的. Sh is optional in a simple sentence. However, while negating, we have to use sh. So in this sentence, let us read out the second part of this sentence. Anna 不是坐飞机来的，是坐火车来的. Anna did not came by airplane. She came by train. Remember, whenever we have to negate, we have to use sh and pu. Pu, sh. However, in a simple sentence, we can omit sh, however not the. Most of the time while reading, we'll come across only the and sh would be omitted. So we have to make out the construction as Shraddha construction. However, if it is negated, there is no in it, then we will be seeing pu, sh and the. Sh cannot be omitted in a negative statement. Moving on to the words in the box, let us read out the following words to make replacements and new sentences. 坐车, sitting in a car. 骑自行车, riding a bicycle. Moving on to the second set of two words. 坐地铁. Ditye is a subway or tram or metro, sitting in a metro. 走车, zo is to walk, and ch, walking. Did she came by tram? She did not came by tram, she came walking. Moving on to the next set of two words. 坐公共汽车. 公共汽车 is a public bus. 坐出租汽车. 出租汽车 is a taxi. Did Anna came by public bus? She did not came by public bus, she came by a taxi. Moving on to the set of two words, next set of two words, let us read out the following words. 一个人 alone 跟代表团一起 with 代表团 is a delegation, 一起 together with a delegation. Did Anna came alone? Anna did not came alone, she came along with a delegation. Replace these words in the previous sentence to make new sentences with negation, Shraddha and pu Shraddha. She did not came by alone, she did not came alone, she came along with a delegation. Moving on to the next substitution drill, let us read out the following sentence. 国际足球赛. 国际 is countries or national. 足球 is football. 赛 is competition. 是在哪儿举行的? 在哪儿 at where? 举行 to carry on or to held. Where is the national football competition being held? 是在北京举行的. It is being held at Beijing. This is a present sentence and we are using the Shraddha construction. So Shraddha construction can be used in any tense. However, most commonly it is seen in past tense sentences. Let us read the words in the box to make new sentences. 运动会 the sports meet. 学校的运动场 the sports meet. Where is sports meet being held? The sports meet is being held in the school's sports ground. 毕业典礼 Tianli is a ceremony, graduation ceremony. Where is graduation ceremony being held? Li Tang, auditorium. Where is graduation ceremony being held? Graduation ceremony is being held in the auditorium. Moving on to the next set of words to make changes. 学术报告会. 学术 is academic. 报告 report. 会 meeting. Academic meeting. 研究所 research institute. Where is the academic meeting being held? Academic meeting is being held at the Research Institute. 青工业展览会 Qing is light, 工业 industry, light industry, 展览 exhibition, hui meet. Where is the light industrial exhibition is being held? Tianjin, that is name of a place. Light industrial meeting is being held in Tianjin. Make replacements to make new sentences in the above sentence. Moving on to the last substitution drill, let us read out the following sentences. 他是什么时候毕业的? What time did he graduated? 他是去年毕业的. He graduated last year. Looking at the words in the box to make replacement in this sentence. 参观展览 visit to the exhibition. 前天 day before yesterday. Moving on to the next set of two words. 参加比赛 participate in the game or participate in the competition. 上星期 last week. Moving on to the next set of words. 到中国 arrive at China. 前年 year before last year. So what time he arrived in China? He arrived in China 2 years ago. Let us now read the text of this lesson, which is a conversation between two friends who meet after a long period of time, and how to use various sentences with Shraddha construction. Let us read the text. 遇见老朋友 遇见 is to meet. 老朋友 old friend, meeting an old friend. 星期日 on Sunday. 汉色 that is the name of a person. 在北京饭店门口遇见老朋友个人. Hansa on a Sunday at the gate of Beijing Hotel meet his old friend Kerlin. Let us read the conversation between these two. Hansa asked Kerlin, Kerlin, 你好. Hello Kerlin. 你是什么时候来中国的? What time did you arrive or when did you arrive in China? Kerlin replies, 我是上月25号来的. I came last month on 15th, or I came on 15th of last month. 在上海住了一个星期. Stayed in Shanghai for 1 week. True is to live. Lived in Shanghai for 1 week. 是前天 day before yesterday. 到北京的 arrived in Beijing. Arrived in Beijing the day before yesterday. 你是坐飞机从上海来的吗? 你是 you. 从 from 坐 to sit. 你是坐飞机 sitting on an aeroplane or by aeroplane. 从上海来的吗? From Shanghai. Came. Did you came from Shanghai by a plane? 不是坐飞机来的，是坐火车来的. Did not came by plane, came by train. Hansa further asked, 你是一个人来的吗? Did you came alone? 不是 No. 我是跟代表团一起来的. No, I came along with a delegation. 不是 No, I came along with a delegation. 我负责代表团的翻译工作. I'm responsible for the translation work of delegation. 负责 is to be responsible for. I'm responsible for the translation work of the delegation. Hansa then says, 你大学已经毕业了吗? Did you already graduated from the university or have you graduated? 是的 Yes. 我是今年 I this year. 夏天毕业的 夏天 is summers. 毕业 is graduated. Yes, I graduated. I graduated in summers of this year. 现在一个研究所工作。现在 right now 研究所 a research institute 工作 work. Right now I work in a research institute. Hansa then says 你们代表团准备 your delegation is planning 在中国住多长时间 in China for how long or for what time? Your delegation is planning to live or stay in China for how long? Colin replies 代表团团长说 the head of the delegation said 大概住一个月大概 is probably 住 to live 一个月 1 month probably or possibly for 1 month. So the head of delegation said that possibly we are going to live for 1 month. 北京正在举行 in Beijing right now is being held or currently being organized 一个国际展览会 展览会 is exhibition, an international exhibition. 参加这个展览会参加这个展览会参加 is to participate 这个 this 展览会 exhibition. The 代表团 delegation participating as delegation in this exhibition 是从每个国家来的 song from 每个 every 国家 country 来的 came from. So delegation attending this exhibition is coming from all the countries 每个国家 every country. 会上会 is meeting 上 on in the meeting 还 still 将 will 举行 held in the exhibition or in the meeting still will held. 学术讨论学术 is academic 讨论 discussion. So in this meeting or in this exhibition meeting there still will held an academic discussion. 我们团长 our delegation head 准备 prepared 了一篇报告准备了一篇报告 prepared a report. So in meeting or in this exhibition still there is going to be held an academic discussion and our delegation head prepared a report to present in that meeting. 你们的代表团 your delegation 住在北京饭店吗 Is your delegation then living in the Beijing hotel? 北京饭店吗 Is your delegation living in Beijing hotel? 是的，我的房间是1216号 Yes, my room number is 1216. Oh, is number. Yes, our delegation is living in Beijing hotel and my room number is 1216. 到我房间里坐坐吧 到 to ride or reach 我房间里 in my room 坐坐吧坐坐 repetition of verb we did in lesson 28 repetition of verb to show a short or casual relationship go and sit in my room 休息一下休息 is to rest 一下 a bit 喝杯茶 or to drink 杯 cup 茶 tea drink a cup of tea 我还要请你 I still 要 need or want 请 to invite or to ask 你 you 介绍 to introduce or introduce in bit. Notice the again repetition of a monosyllable for a disyllabic word 介绍 showing a brief relationship. I still want to invite you or ask you for a brief introduction. 北京的情况情况 is situation 北京 rest a while drink a cup of tea I still or I want to invite you for a brief introduction of situation in Beijing. Hansa then replies 有位同学 位 is measure word for person 同学 comrades some of our comrades 同学 classmates 有位同学 some of my classmates 在里边等我，里边 inside 等 to wait 我 me. Some of the classmates are waiting for me inside. 我是跟他一起来的。I came along with them or I came together with them. 我先去告诉他一下。先 is first, 告诉 to tell, 一下 a bit. I first tell them a bit or inform them about it. 再去找你，再 again, 去 to go, come, 找 to look for, 你 you, again will come to look for you. So I came along with some classmates. Let me first inform them. First I will inform them and then I will come looking for you or then I will look for you. Colin says, 好吧 okay. 我在房间等你 I at the hotel 房间好吧我在房间等你 So Colin says, okay, I at the room 等 to wait, me for you. Okay, you go and inform your classmates. I wait for you in the room. This was lesson 34 of Elementary Chinese Reader 2, where we saw the usage of the 是的 construction. 是的 construction is a very common construction in Chinese, especially when some details are given or when details are asked.